Welcome to your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for everyone. Well, it's for anyone, but it's not zodiac sign specific. This is a reading that would call to you, and so it's for you. My name is Michelle. I'm an astrologer and tarot card reader. And these daily readings allow us to live chat and check in with each other, as well as provide insight into the energy that's all around us. If you're looking for zodiac sign specific messages, I provide those over on my premiere channel, Born Without Boundaries Tarot. I hope you can go look for that. We'll be starting my week tomorrow with Scorpio and Libra and Sagittarius. So I can't wait to get those out. But right now, let's focus on today. Today is a very good day. Hi, Catherine. Let's see. Oh, I'll just call it back. Okay. Hey, what's up, Cole? Yeah, so let's get the charts out and see, because I've been all kinds of discombobulated with the readings. I've been trying to look at next week because I am going away next week. I should be able to jump on and do daily tarot card readings, but that may not happen since I'm not going away for fun or excitement. I'm going away to take care of my mother. She's sick and she's in an extended care facility. So I've got to go back to Connecticut to at least visit her and check up on her. But today is, hold on, Monday the 28th. Yep, today is Monday the 28th. And we have a few squares in the sky, so let's go over that. Right now, there is a huge stellium, but the moon is in Aquarius. Saturn, of course, is still in Aquarius. Let's talk about this, because I really wanted to get the chance to talk about it. Saturn is conjunct Venus. And that's really interesting because next week, Saturn will be conjunct Mars. So this is the first tap into the polarity of human existence. Jupiter and Neptune are conjunct, but they are not in perfect conjunction. They'll be a lot closer next week at the same time that Saturn is conjunct to Mars. That happens April 4th, April 5th. But we also have another conjunction. We have Mercury, the Sun, and Chiron, all really within very close proximity of each other, and they're going to get even closer. So right now what's happening, though, is the conjunction between Venus, which rules value and our value systems and what we value and how we value things. And it demonstrates basically our set of values. And then Saturn, which represents authority and power and sometimes dominance, but also responsibility and restrictions. And that comes into play because Venus is very indulgent, right? She's very luxurious. And then she comes in contact with Saturn and she can't be indulgent and luxurious, and she has to justify how much she spent. It's almost like the wife coming home to Big Papa saying, why did you waste all this money? Right? It's not just all about you and all about your glitz and glamour. It's now, especially because Saturn is still, and now Venus is as well, a square to the nodes. It's like a check-in. How are you indulging, and how are your value systems? Are they working? Are they not working? So it can be very restrictive, but it's meant to make us raise our standards, it's not just about glitz, it's not just about glamour, it's also about behavior, and do you take responsibility for your actions and being a fucking grown-up. So it's all of those things combined, which is really interesting energy right now, because there will be, I think, a lot of karma coming out that for some of us could be very beautiful, because that could mean that Venus has to pay up if Venus has undervalued people, or has not acknowledged or blinded people with too much luxuriating. then then it's going to then have to now tip the scales back and start to balance out maybe other people who have not been valued as much. But definitely, Venus doesn't really love the conjunction with Saturn. She's far more free spirited and really does just love to just love to be in love and loves to be valued and paid attention to and worshipped and adored. And Saturn's kind of like, nah, bitch, what's your value? When you come to me, what's your value? And why did you spend this? And why did you do this? And what is your behavior? And so that's the check-in that's happening with the North and South node now. It's like, are you growing up? Where are your value systems really? So it's a big question in the sky right now for all of us. Where are our value systems really? Do we admire restraint? Do we admire maturity? Do we admire discipline? Or do we admire overindulgence and glamour and beauty and frilly fuzzy stuff? This could be a really difficult time for relationships that were all about sensuality or the fun stuff, because now it's more, oh shit, I just realized I have an appointment. Hold on. I got to make a call. I just totally blew this. I'm so sorry, guys. A lot's been happening. Hold on. Hey, Nyla, it's Michelle. So I totally forgot about the appointment I made today. I haven't even left my house yet. Do you guys still want me to come or reschedule? The fastest I could be here is probably 25 minutes. I prefer to just reschedule at this point. I'm so sorry. Yeah. That's okay. I'm open. Yes. Thank you so much. I'm good. I'm really good. Yeah. Thanks for asking. I'll see you Wednesday. Bye, honey. Bye. Sorry about that. I know what's wrong with me, but I really appreciate your patience. Yeah, I really appreciate your patience. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so sorry for that. I just totally forgot. Let me put this in my calendar. I have been I have had a lot on my mind. So I just want to put that down. Yeah. I appreciate your patience, guys. I really do. 2 p.m. Okay. So when we look up into, I kind of call the vet. It was for Kiss's vet, and they're so good. They're so understanding. And I just totally forgot she was supposed to go in for a shot. It's not going to affect her. It's not like an emergency shot or anything. So, and she's fine. This is just like a routine shot for her allergies. So I completely fucked up, and I just lost track of time. So I apologize. I didn't mean to waste. Get back to the stars, and then we're going to get into the cards. Okay. So yeah, that's the thing that's really happening now. And it's in perfect conjunction as we speak. And it was very close to perfect conjunction yesterday, maybe even late last night. And then we have perfect, wait, hold on. Yeah, and then we have perfect conjunction now at the same degrees, and then we'll still be very close in conjunction tomorrow. So it's lasting for about 3 days, and then Venus is going to kind of step out or start to separate herself from Saturn. And by the end of this week into next week, Venus actually will head into Pisces. But that's the exact day that then Mars and Saturn start go conjunct, and that can be really tough energy, because it's almost like, think of a bully. Think of two people trying to fight for supremacy, like the father over trying to take the son when it comes to supremacy. Like, I want to win. Okay, but do you deserve to win? That kind of energy. Yes, that kind of energy, boys and girls. Yes. So there is a lot of tension in the atmosphere now, but there's also going to be more tension in the atmosphere next week, because that Mars and Saturn conjunction happens at the same time that Neptune and Jupiter conjunct. And like I said, there's a lot more closer connection at that point between Chiron, the sun, and Mars. So there's almost like a lot of ganging up in the sky, almost thinking people choosing sides. Think of it that way. Like everybody's like ganging up and falling into certain groups. And it's kind of rough going at this point, to be honest with you. Let's see today. So Uranus, oh shit. Well, there you go. Uranus is square to Uranus is square to Venus conjunct Saturn. So ultimately, Uranus is posing a challenge, or creating, like, he's almost, in some ways, he's almost enjoying the tension and the hardship between Venus and Saturn to incite change. He's capitalizing on it, if you will. So all of this could be like really trying to like capitalize the change in our value systems, what we value, who we value, why we value people. So let's get into Llewellyn's Witch's Date Book. This is Monday. The moon is in Scorpio. No. Yeah. Oh, no, it's not Scorpio. I knew that it was wrong. This is Monday. The moon is in Aquarius. Really interesting day, really interesting position for a moon to be in, because moon in Aquarius is really all about public approval and how much you need public approval, and you need friendship, and you need to be approved of by the crowd to feel like you've been noticed and you've been seen. And that's what makes you feel the best. And any kind of rejection from the crowd can send you into depression, or disappointment in the crowd could also send you into depression. Aquarius moons, a lot of people I know with them suffer from depression a great deal, because their ideals are so high when it comes to everybody else, and you can't control everybody else, right? But your moon is so dependent upon the crowd, whether it is their approval of you, or even taking care of them and feeling like you have to heal the world. And if you don't, you haven't done enough. And it's just a tremendous pressure to have. So there's a lot of pressure on us now, especially from the crowd. Use obsidian for grounding and protection. I actually just went out and bought a big ass chunk of obsidian for protection. It's interesting that it calls for that, because I just went and bought a big, huge chunk. So that's the note. It is a day of harvest. So beautiful. Violet simple syrup. This is a recipe they're sharing with us in that book, and that sounds really fucking good. So you might want to take a screenshot of that. And yeah, let's get into the cards. Whoo, where are we? Okay, yes. I have an Aquarius moon. What's up? What's up, everybody? Thank you, Earl. I appreciate that. I hope she feels better too. My mom is definitely not doing so well in terms of her medically. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm sorry. And my original plan, I was originally supposed to go out there. She was having surgery. She was scheduled to have surgery on April 4th. And that's why I scheduled going out there, so that I could drive her and keep her company through the surgery, or after the surgery, and get some things like fixed out with with all her paperwork and stuff. But then she got an infection in her heart. And it's definitely treatable by antibiotics, and they're doing it now, and she's responding well to treatment, but we had to cancel the surgery. And so I'm still going out there, because just to spend time with her and keep her company, and assisted living and stuff. Not assisted living, like it's aftercare. They moved her from the hospital to get her, put her into extended care because of needing these injections. She gets the antibiotic intravenously. It's heavy stuff. It's heavy stuff, especially for somebody with a vulnerable system. So yeah, so she's going through it, and I'm going out there to help. And so if I don't get on for all the dailies that I used to, you'll know why, but I probably will be able to. I probably will be able to. Hey, what's up? What's up? Nice to see you. Yes, so we have King of Cups here all the way back there. I don't know what this underlying energy is. We have Justice here. We have Three of Wands here. And then we have the King of Wands. And then we have Seven of Pentacles. And all of this came out all of a sudden. And we have Strength, and we have the Fool as our central energy. So let's review, because we're halfway through the reading. We have Justice, which is all about equaling out the playing field, or even sometimes actual justice, like actual legal system stuff. Three of Wands is inquiring or learning or looking to the future, investing in the future, and then, getting a return. Like what you invest in the future, you'll get a return on. And then we have King of Wands, which is independence and creative freedom. Could even be a male fire sign himself that embodies somebody that's creative. And then we have Seven of Pentacles, which is failure, which is something that just doesn't work out or hasn't worked out. It didn't go well. And then we have Strength here. So it's definitely like trying to put yourself out there and make a move to take control of something that you're trying to build and create. But there seems to be failure here. It seems to not be working out. Strength is here, and then the Fool is here. It's almost basically a time to make you stronger, make you more hardy. And the Fool is here to say, hey, take this leap of faith. Let's start going in a different direction then. If something didn't work out, we're going to try something new. That's our central energy. But I want to get deeper into, so what comes after the Fool? We have the Six of Cups, which is pleasure and happiness and fun, kind of like when you were a kid. It could even be going back home. I don't know, but it could even be going back home. Two of Pentacles is money is there's changes to your finances, changes to your money, maybe not having that much money to spend. But it's not actually tragic in that the Two of Pentacles is kind of optimistic in that you're trying to work things out, and you do have something to work things out with. It's not like you're broke. And then we have the Empress here, which is, there's a really big shift in money that is good, actually. It's a beautiful shift in financial situation. The Empress is, King of Swords is getting word, moving on, making a decision, a judgment may be made in your favor. And then the Ace of Cups is here, which could be new love. So this is really interesting energy. Anybody who says you can't go home again, this reading is kind of saying you should go home, or at least home to be more jovial like you were as a kid. Two of Pentacles is just sort of like balancing things out, trying to balance things out. There's a change for money here, and it's coming maybe through a legal announcement or I don't know, some sort of representative. The King of Swords is usually a lawyer, or could be a doctor, somebody military, he's just sort of an authority figure that's really well trusted. And his integrity is very well trusted. So that's like cutting through. And then Ace of Cups is, it's leading to a lot of love for you. So a lot of abundance in terms of people appreciating you, but also maybe a togetherness or lots of love, just lots of love. It's interesting. We just have a lot here. So what's this King of Cups? King of Cups is usually scorpionic energy, but it could be Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This is somebody who embodies a sense of emotional stability because he knows his self-worth and value, and he doesn't have to offer up his cups to everybody to prove his worth, right? So it's basically higher quality. And then Justice is here. This is very Venus energy. It's Libra energy. So it's almost like a quality relationship, quality in a relationship, leveling up with your standards for relationships. Three of Wands is some sort of investment. I don't know, some sort of far sight, especially with a King of Wands. Oh God, Jesus. I feel like I need more information. I don't know why the Seven of Pentacles would come after the King of Wands. I don't know. We have step out of your comfort zone and nothing will come. What the fuck is that? Once again, I feel like this is you took a chance and it failed because I was asking about the King of Wands, and then I had the Seven of Pentacles right near it. And the Seven of Pentacles is definitely a give up because you failed. So you put yourself out there, you stepped out of your comfort zone. It was to learn. It was to increase your strength. It was not to actually gain anything because you're still going to fall flat on your face. And it could even be what we learn by falling flat on our face and what we get by falling flat on our face. The Fool is here. This is a leap of faith that we took, a new direction that we were trying to head in. And then the Six of Cups is happiness on the other side of that. You're actually, maybe you think you failed, but you didn't really fail because there is an opportunity that's coming through for you, right? And that's just beautiful energy. Okay. Well, okay. We have partnerships and alliances. So this is somebody reaching out to you. Somebody extending their hand to you. Somebody could even be love, could be romance, but somebody calling you, somebody wanting to help you. Strength. People reaching out to you. Partnerships and alliances. This seems like something new is forming, that even though you thought you failed, you didn't. Could even be somebody's actually offering you, making an offer to you. So this is the energy of put yourself out there. Even if you fail, you actually still made an alliance that is going to benefit you or lead to a lot of love in the future. So this is definitely put yourself out there, because even if it's almost like, you get up to bat and you try. And even if you strike out, somebody in the crowd saw how much potential you have. So you weren't really aiming for the ball you thought you were aiming for, but you definitely came through in general. And this is going to help you break through. So, okay, where then should we be looking for our success? Where then? To the sea, which is King of Cups, to the sea. This could be traveling. This could also be emotion. This could also be our imagination toward how we feel about things. This is feelings. And then we have time for a nap and orphaned. So it's time to take a break because you feel so, it's basically, so you take a break from feeling so alone. You're not going to feel so alone anymore. There's a sense of feeling like the worst has happened, but then maybe the best happens. Right? That's kind of what it is. But what is this? What is this orphaned? What does that mean? No, I want to ask these. What does that mean? What is this? What does this mean? Princess of Pentacles, stop. What does it mean? Okay, so this new opportunity was a defeat. You thought maybe you were going to get a little bit of money. You didn't. Eight of Cups, walk away from whatever situation does not suit you, right? And then we have Ace of Wands in reverse. So something fails. Something fails. How is that good news? And then the Queen of Swords is, I think it makes you realize something. I think it makes you realize something and you choose a different direction, because in a different direction, all of a sudden magic happens. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. Okay, boys and girls. What's up, guys? I'm not really see. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Jackie. Hi, Marco. Okay, and now we have I am balance comes out with intuition and compassion. That's really beautiful. That's Libra energy. You're in a really strong place right now emotionally. You have a really firm grip on who you are and what you're worth, and that's a beautiful position for you to be in. Compassion and intuition. So knowing the right thing at the right time, knowing what to say and how to treat people and what was the right thing. And this balance is about, finding your own sense of self, balancing your yin and yang and overcoming whatever that area in your life just wasn't going to be good for you. Compassion and intuition. I am balance. Also letting go of anything, because there's a full moon here. But what is this specifically about? Do you have specifics, God? Like, what is this about? 9 of Cups in reverse. It's about being disappointed because your wishes didn't come true. It's about not getting what you want. And 4 of Pentacles, kind of having to settle for stability. And then we have 6 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, and Judgment. So ultimately, just when you think that shit's down, this is 6 of Cups, 9, you're going to be really happy. You're going to be really happy about the money that comes in. It's almost like in some ways, it's just the clouds are breaking through. Okay. I mean, I'm good with that. Not Will Smith energy. That was a huge disappointment. And even more so, I can't believe that they allowed it to happen and didn't make an example on television and say, and have him removed from the audience. Like, you can't set the example when millions of people are watching. You can't set the example that kind of behavior is okay. Everybody can just go around smacking people and we tolerate that. I mean, it was really unacceptable behavior. I realize that I don't think the Oscar committee or any of the security guard, I don't think they knew. I think everybody thought it was a skit. I was watching an interview with John Leguizamo afterward, and he was like, we thought it was all pretend. We at first we were like, oh, ha, ha, it's part of the joke. And not until they started to hear Will Smith, and this is a theater, so it could take time to carry. Not that long, but they didn't know that it wasn't a joke until Will Smith started to just mouth off and continue to interrupt Chris Rock. Right? So I feel like the audience was shocked and didn't do anything because they thought they didn't know how to react. They thought it was a joke. They thought it was all part of the joke until that. And then they just kind of wanted to distance themselves from the situation. And nobody really sticks up for what's important, right? And Will Smith was not sticking up for something that was important. Will Smith was sticking up for his pride. He wasn't sticking up for his wife. I'm sure Jada has taken a hell of a lot worse hits than being called G.I. Jane. Even if it's because she's sensitive, because she's just started going bald. G.I. Jane is actually a compliment. It's a really nice way of poking fun at somebody because G.I. Jane's beautiful and she's a character that is kick-ass and she's a feminist icon because she's a character that defies female stereotypes. And so he could have called her Daddy Warbucks. He could have called her Mr. Clean. He could have called her Dr. Evil. He could have called her so many things to really make fun of her new baldness, but instead he compared her to basically a female icon, like a character that is strong, powerful, and Demi Moore looked gorgeous with that shaved head, you know? And so ultimately, I think she would have handled it. Like, I don't necessarily think it really, like, and even if Will Smith wanted to go talk to him afterward, yeah, absolutely fine. But like let's go ahead. Let me pull you aside. But to feel like you had a right and that you're entitled to stop everything, a whole show, a live show, because you don't like a joke, is like level up obnoxious. It's almost like that moment when Kanye ran up on stage and stopped everything and said, yo, this award should really be going to Beyonce. Your opinion doesn't matter that fucking much. You're not that important. It's just so obnoxious to think that you have a right to do that, to smack somebody. Kanye didn't smack Taylor, you know, but he interrupted it all. And then Beyonce actually went later on and invited Taylor Swift up to accept her award with her. And so she really stood up to the bully, but nobody stood up to the bully of Chris Rock. Nobody stood up to Will Smith that night. And security definitely should have removed him, because that's assault. Like, that's a felony. That's criminal activity. And it's only by the grace of Chris Rock that Will Smith is not in jail right now. You know, does not have criminal charges pressed against him, because it's uncontestable. It's on film. And you have hundreds of witnesses. And that, no, there was no good reason for him to smack Chris Rock, even if he didn't like a joke. Defending your wife's honor. You can't defend your wife's honor by being dishonorable. It's bullshit. It's him being stuck in his I'm a hero phase. Like, you're not really a hero. You're an actor. You know, and it was so tacky and so uncomfortable. It's even more uncomfortable is that security did nothing. They should have asked Will Smith to leave. That would have been the right thing to do, because he was clearly not somebody that was in control of himself. He was clearly not somebody that was acting like a mature human that's in control of himself. So I don't know. Like, I think it was completely wrong. The Oscars committee have literally took away the right to be able to be a host of Kevin Hart a couple of years back because of tweets he made years ago, right, that weren't politically correct. But here somebody actually assaults somebody on stage in front of everybody, and you don't remove them. That is inconsistency in what you say your morality and your ethics are. So you just proved that you are full of shit, Oscars, Oscar committee. You proved how full of shit you are. So I think that that's like really made Will Smith look bad, and it really made the Oscar whole committee look bad, because they didn't do something about it, and they allowed the behavior. Not only did they allow the behavior, they then went on to celebrate Will Smith and let him run on and on and on to make excuses for his behavior as if it was out of love. It's not out of love. It's out of craziness. It's not out of love. It's out of lack of self-control. Love is compassion. There was no compassion in his behavior at all. There was just being a bully. And Chris Rock really shone through. And he was wonderful. He was dignified. He was in control of himself. He was a consummate professional, and he was a gentleman. So he was the true hero of the night. And nobody stood up to defend him. Nobody in the Oscar committee stood up to defend him. I mean, you know, come on. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Anyway, so that is my take on it. Anyway, the only plausible explanation to be this out of control is for his status is a burnout, and even then, yeah, it is. I think, and it may have been a burnout, right? I feel like it was like a snap because he had originally laughed at the joke. He thought it was funny, and then something happened. And my take is Venus. um, I don't think his wife really loves him at all. I've never felt that they were the perfect couple. I feel like they're a horrendous couple. And I like them both individually, but together they're just horrible. And they constantly enable each other and disable each other. And I think it's at least an emotionally abusive relationship. And I don't think Jada's ever really loved him or been impressed by him. So he always constantly feels like he has to overcompensate and be the big guy because he'll never be Tupac. Let's face it. He'll never be able to live up to Jada's actual hardcore friends, right? And he's never felt good enough. Now, whether or not that's a pressure she puts on him or not, doesn't matter. His ego always overreacts. It's like, why would you have to prove how much you love your wife by that kind of and did you prove how much you love your wife? You didn't prove how much you love your wife. You proved how much you love yourself. I would be very surprised if we don't actually see Jada and Will break up over this, because I don't think Jada is going to want to deal with that shit. And I don't think her mother, I would be really surprised if her mother even wants to still live with them, because she had an abusive relationship. She had a man. Jada's father was a man with big hands. And now that we've seen that side of Will, and Will lose that kind of control, I'd be really surprised if she wants to, if she's even comfortable in that situation or living in that household anymore. I just feel like we could have even more fallout from this moment. That's a hell of a lot more personal than Chris Rock telling a G.I. Jane joke. I really do. Can you imagine if it was Ricky Gervais? If he was the host. I mean, Ricky Gervais, can you, like, seriously, Ricky Gervais lit into people. He ripped them to shreds. And nobody slapped him. And Chris Rock definitely did not deserve that. That joke was not even harsh. He even said it. That was a nice one. It was a nice one. It was a nice one because G.I. Jane's pretty fucking awesome. And even though it's a bold reference, it's a bold and beautiful and strong and confident and powerful reference. So to react like that is absolutely unacceptable. He's not a very nice person, a snob. Notice he didn't thank her in his speech. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, but you have to make this big macho male dominant display. Jane is a strong woman. If she wanted to say something to Chris Rock, she could have said it herself. Because I do believe defend your man, defend your love, right? And I do believe that. And I also believe in, sometimes people deserve to get hit. But that wasn't a time, because Chris Rock wasn't like assaulting Jada. He wasn't even really insulting her, right? He was really just telling a pretty simple joke. And it really is just such bad behavior. Not just Will Smith, though. I have to call out the Academy. They should have asked Will Smith to leave, because you can't set an example that, yeah, that's okay. Like we here in Hollywood, you can't crack a gay joke, but you can definitely crack somebody across the face. That's fine. You can rape underage girls. Yep. I'm looking at you, Roman Polanski. You can rape underage girls. You can assault people, but you can't make a gay joke. It's like, wait, what? Or, you can't, like, Hollywood really needs to sort out their fucking priorities. And I think it was a really clear demonstration of that tonight, because it's a hell of a lot more offensive to interrupt an award ceremony to hit somebody than it is, you know, even invite a host that made a gay slur 10 years before. You know, I mean, like, you really got to sort out your fucking priorities. And come on, comedians have taken enough hits. Chris Rock did not fucking deserve that at all. I'm really proud of him. I think he came out really being the hero of the day. Unfortunately, what is it? Mr. Williams, Venus and Serena's dad, who King George was based on. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. Did he ever assault somebody to stick up for his family? Did he ever like hit anybody to, like, you know, push his girls forward? I don't think so. I think there's a lot of different ways for you to keep pushing forward without having to. It was so unwarranted. So unwarranted. Really so unwarranted. No one stood up for Chris Rock. No one did. Why? Because Hollywood has taken to really torturing their comedians. Oh, yeah, you shouldn't make fun of anybody. No, don't ever make fun of people. Making fun of somebody is the worst thing that anybody could do because our egos are so easily bruised. You're pathetic. You know, it's like, believe me, you could do work. Yeah, like I said, I mean, they let people get away with this horrendous behavior, raping children, molesting children. I don't think Kevin Spacey ever went to jail. Certainly Roman Polanski got away with it. They still love all up on Woody Allen. They could care less about people doing heinous things. But when it comes to hurting somebody's feelings, you got to be kidding me. You don't give a flying fuck. You don't give a flying fuck. People don't know how to act. I guess rich people don't know how to act either. That's true. Treat people like you want to be treated. Yeah, I mean, agreed. So we have stay strong in your faith. As we get off on that tangent, a positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. There you go. A positive outcome is dependent upon you keeping a positive mindset. So stay strong in your faith, guys. Maybe that's what it is you get to decide. How do you want things to work out? Feel it in your bones. See yourself being there. See yourself living in that moment. Be true, stay strong, and you will be able to tip the scales in your favor. He has a lot of power on Sony lot. Who? Will Smith? Who? Will Smith? Archangel Gabriel, you will soon receive some positive news. The channels for clear and honest communication are now open. Keep an open heart and speak your truth lovingly without fear. And then we will have healing. I, the angel of healing, am with you right now. Feel my presence and my unwavering love for you. I have loved you before the dawn of time, and I will love you for all eternity. Wow, that's really cute. That's beautiful. This is, I know this sounds weird, but it's actually fixing things. It seems like it's fucking things up, but it's actually fixing things. And I want you all to keep your faith. And I want you to all know that, yeah, you are like the sun is coming out. It really is. I'm going to get offline now. I'm going to say thank you so much for spending this time with me. I love you guys like crazy. And yeah, I will definitely be back here tomorrow to talk your ear off with another daily. Well, be on guard, like watch for Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Libra, because you're going to be up tomorrow. I love you guys.